You can sit down now. A very pleasant afternoon to each one of you present. I am Dr. Rochna Roy, and it is my pleasure to warmly welcome you to the inaugural ceremony of the first year BTech program 2025-26 at the School of Engineering, Dayananda Sagar University. A remarkable adventure full of opportunities, challenges, and new experience is about to begin today. We are truly thrilled that you have joined our extended family, and we anticipate every moment you spend here will be rewarding and monumental. To begin with, please let us all stand for Nada Gite.
ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ದಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ
Thank you so much. As we embark on this journey, let me call Master Tushar, a third-year student from the Cybersecurity Department, to enlighten us with an invocation song.
Good afternoon, everyone. ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಕುಕ್ಷಿಮಹಲಂಬೋಧರನೆ ಇಕ್ಷುಚಾಪನ ಗೆಲಿದನೆ ಕುಕ್ಷಿಮಹಲಂಬೋಧರನೆ ಇಕ್ಷುಚಾಪನ ಗೆಲಿದನೆ ಪಕ್ಷಿವಾಹನ ಸಿರಿ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ನಿಜದಾಸನೆ ಪಕ್ಷಿವಾಹನ ಸಿರಿ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ನಿಜದಾಸನೆ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ. Thank you.
Thank you, Tushar. Dayananda Sagar University stands as a center of excellence in education, research and training, innovation and entrepreneurship, and to produce citizens with exceptional leadership qualities to serve national and global needs. Let's all watch this video together.
College is often viewed as a mere institution, a labyrinth of classrooms, textbooks, and endless exams, where our future is shaped. Yet, when we step foot on campus, we realize that we are not alone on this journey. University transcends academia, transforming into a vibrant community where individuals unite. To learn from one another, to grow and to forge unforgettable bonds. It's not always about having a precise plan. It's not always about figuring out. It's not always about reaching the finish line first. It's about discovering what we are truly passionate about. The true essence of college, however, lies beyond the confines of academic pursuits. What truly makes college so special is the life that's lived within its walls. It's about seeing things from different perspectives, exploring unique possibilities, taking on new challenges, finding joy in friendship, embracing individuality, expanding our knowledge and skills, and immersing ourselves in extraordinary experiences. It's a path that teaches us about resilience, courage, and determination. A quest that allows us to pursue our goals with purpose and clarity. A quest that helps us find balance, happiness, and fulfillment. A transformation that inspires us to live with intention, curiosity, and joy. A trail that leads us to a deeper understanding of who we are and what truly matters. It's a journey of self-discovery, where every experience shapes us into the best version of ourselves. We attend college for the education, but what we live with is a treasure trove of experiences that shape us forever. Experience a whole new world of academic excellence in a global environment. Dayananda Sagar University. Inspiring future trailblazers today.
The School of Engineering under Dayananda Sagar University helps in inculcating the scientific temper necessary for the lifelong learning process. Here is a glimpse of School of Engineering, which has been meticulously edited by Yashwant MP, a second-year student of Cybersecurity Department. Let's again watch this video together.
Engineering is not about just building things, but it's about solving the real world problem. The School of Engineering is committed to its vision of delivering world class education and thereby enabling our graduates to contribute to India and the world.
Thank you so much. I respectfully invite all our dignitaries and our chief guest to please come forward to the dais and take their seats. Please, sir. We have with us today Dr. Prakash S., Pro Vice Chancellor, DSU, Can we have a huge round of applause for all of them, please? We have Sir Jairaj, Advisor DSU. We have Mr. Sunil Deshpande, Center Head of TCS, Bangalore. We have Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar, the Honorable Vice Chairman, DSI, and Pro-Chancellor, DSU. Huge round of applause for all of them, please. We have Dr. B.S. Satyanarayan, the Vice Chancellor, DSU. Sir Gali Swami, Secretary, DSI. We have Dr. Puttamadappa C., Registrar, DSU. And we have Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy, the Dean, School of Engineering. I now request all our dignitaries to please come forward to light the lamp. May this light serve to inspire, mentor, and guide all of us towards a brighter tomorrow. I request a girl and a boy to please join us. Two new students. Come on, one boy and one girl. Please come. Please come. One of you can come. Come, one boy. Come. Come. Thank you so much to our guests and the pillars of Dayananda Sagar University. First and foremost, I'm honored to welcome Dr. B.S. Satyanarayan, the Vice Chancellor of DSU, to welcome the guests and share his opening remarks as we commence this inaugural ceremony. Please welcome Dr. B.S. Satyanarayan, the Vice Chancellor of DSU, with a huge round of applause.
Good evening, ellarigu namaskara. Yeah, I think I expect our new members of DSU family a bit more energy. Good evening. Yeah, well, I think it's a pleasant and a proud privilege for me to stand here and welcome not just our chief guests and our own leaders of the university, but more importantly, all the new members of the Dayananda Sagar family. So it's a very pleasant and, as I said, a proud privilege for me. And so I start off with, first, I've been welcoming the chief guest of the day, Dr. Sunil Deshpande. Yeah. So he had, so I think Dr. Deshpande heads the TCS in Bangalore. I'm sure you're all aware of TCS. And I think it's very apt that we have him here today, because we'll be talking about multidisciplinary learning, and maybe TCS in that way represents all of that truly in that essence. Yeah. Next, I would like to welcome our Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Premchandra Sagar, who is truly an inspirational leader. And I think I'm always amazed every time we go in front of them. We are supposed to have learned many things, but he always never fails to amaze us with his knowledge and his thought process. So welcome, sir, please. I would like to now welcome our secretary, Sri Gali Swami. Again, I think he has been a pillar of this institution from the time of the inception, always supporting various aspects of the university, and a very great strength to the university. I would now like to welcome our advisor, Sri Jairaj. I'm sure many people are aware he was a former Chief Secretary of Karnataka, and again a huge enabler and a facilitator, and also I think inspirer for all of us. I would now like to maybe welcome. Okay, with some. So I think, again, we also have our Pro-Chancellor, our Registrar, our Dean, and of course, I myself, we are also part of the team. But I don't want to miss taking this opportunity to share a few words. I think the whole world is in the middle of knowledge explosion. Knowledge life cycles have today reduced from 200 years, 100 years, 50 years to literally 36 months. And I don't mind repeating this every day, every time when we meet and when we interact. So, when knowledge life cycles have reduced to 36 months, product, process, solutions are getting reduced to 20 months, 13 months, or 3 months. And we are all in this middle of this knowledge economy. And we now talk of knowledge economy, and to enable that knowledge, again, we are in the age of cloud, big data, analytics, and AI. That is even further transforming our ability to understand knowledge and leverage information. But from time immemorial, our Indian Jnana Parampara had always realized this. That's why, one of the first Mahavakyas of our Vedas, the four brief essence of Vedas is Prajnanam Brahma. Or in the simplest sense, it means knowledge is ultimate. If you do not add any more meaning into it. So in this age when knowledge is ultimate, we are all sitting here now talking of a new year, a new program. And I'm very happy to note that all the parents and the students who have made this choice to come here to Dayananda Sagar, either by choice or by chance, by force or due to fascination, it doesn't matter, whatever. I think you all made an excellent choice, and for that I would have to first congratulate all of you, the parents and the students who have taken this decision to come here to Dayananda Sagar University. As I said, knowledge life cycles have reduced, product, process, solutions are reducing drastically. So the education no more is the era of where you had to write some exam and get some marks. Today the education is about knowledge, skills, and values, leveraging them and understanding them and learning to use them in an integrated way with a multidisciplinary capability, and above all, developing the attributes to adapt it to whatever domain. So the key point I want to convey is it doesn't matter whether you are joining electronics, aerospace, computer science, mechanical engineering. All the domains are, all the knowledge has to be integrated and then leveraged for problem solving, and leveraged with an attitude to serve the society, leveraged to deliver a sustainable world. And therefore, for such a transition to happen, I have maybe about 30 plus years of experience of being in academics. I'll not take too much of your time, but maybe 30 plus years of experience in industry, academia, R&D, startups, government policy, whatever. But I can tell you, in India, and again, if you look at the World Economic Forum last year, the major job opportunities that are supposed to happen, it doesn't talk of specific job, it talks of traits and characteristics of capabilities, analytics. So many things are not defined by any specific domain, but they are very generic capabilities. So even when you join for whatever degree, the jobs of today may not exist tomorrow. But for that change, if there was one place where with a true vision, the founders are working to create a platform for both. We are all in the age of learners. I'm sure you all have heard of Eric Toffler, who said that today the illiterate is not somebody who cannot read and write, but it is someone who does not know how to learn, unlearn, and relearn at the pace at which knowledge is changing. So for this pace, I think very few institutions are truly built for us to learn, unlearn, relearn, and also move and be ready for the next generation. In that, I would have to first say thank our Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor for creating and giving us. We are a new young startup dynamic university of just a decade. That a platform where we can truly not just learn, unlearn, relearn, but truly work with a multidisciplinary approach with a experiential learning. And this experiential learning is alone that will lead to just not information but knowledge. And the knowledge, when linked with hands-on experience skills, the university is created. One is, as you have already seen, we have engineering, medical, life sciences, law, design, all domains of knowledge soon for, veterinary to agriculture also happening in one campus or at least in close proximity. Therefore, the key is knowledge and skill is not enough. You have to have values and you have to have excellence. And the university has set a vision to say that we want to excel in teaching, learning, research, innovations, entrepreneurship to societal engagement. So therefore, we are not just saying we are going to teach you or give you some degree, but saying we will make you excel. And that's a why ask. And to do that, what is available here, and I just want to share in the next 2 to 3 minutes is, say, one is you already have wonderful teachers, decent infrastructure, but then we are creating more experience centers. Essentially to say that, see, first you've experienced what is the latest happening. I mean, in the world, in domain, not one, but multiple domains of technology. And if you experience that and you suddenly get inspired, you want to try something, you will have maker space or tinkering lab where you could possibly then go and try out. You could try out either up to the next level of new product and maybe incubate it, or as you try out those aspects as part of a research, you want to do more research, you go back with your faculty, look at the algorithm, the new materials, the new processes, so that then you come back with a more integrated solution. And such an integrated, and whole of the country today hardly has 10 to 15 universities which are more, all these emerging domains of knowledge together. And as I said, traits are what are needed, and you leverage it to, so you could be a computer science, you are equally interested in music, you could develop a product for music. You could be in computer science interested in medicine, you could develop product for medicine, whether it is for drug delivery or a hospital care, or for, I mean, even sports medicine, or enabling an orthopedic, I mean, a physiotherapy activity, or do design, along with design, or do a social engagement. And to do all of that, the key aspects that we are uniquely building, again with the vision of the founders, I mean, our pro-chancellor, is that we have 2 key missions which we think are very critical for the transformation of the world, and definitely for us as a university. AI first, along with digitalization, is one mission, because as we said, what is available today is going to be entirely different 6 months down the line, with the amount of knowledge-enabled society leveraging AI, I mean, machine learning, cloud computing, and all this capability. And therefore, we have said AI first. And as I'm sure you have all heard of digital twinning. Anything and everything you can literally practice once on a computer, and then you do physically in the real world. Or in olden days also, innovation always used to be, first you think everything in the mind. You conceive the whole thing in the mind, and then you implement a product, process, solution. For example, I mean, I'm sure a husband and wife team wanted to communicate and take care of their kid in Stanford University. They thought, how do we solve this? Maybe they developed a router. That is the Cisco of today, modern days technology. Husband and wife solving a small problem, personal problem. In Stanford University is the Cisco. So a small service requirement, the largest technology enabler company. Or for example, I'm sure you have all heard of Sony. How many of you have read Made in Japan by Akio Murato? See, they didn't start the company with huge imagination. They just said, how can I make a small tape recorder where English can be recorded and taught in schools? That was the only thought process with which, say, Sony was developed. And again, just imagine, Westinghouse House had all the patents for semiconductor devices, and they thought in the era of valve electronics, these devices were irrelevant. So they gave whole of the technology free to Sony, without the patents, with no cost. And that is where whole of modern day electronics has evolved. So the key point is, again, sometimes people say, today we are in the age of service, but then a service can also evolve into a huge product, process, solution, and that's what AI, big data, analytics is today enabling. I'm saying all of this is that because, as we said, we have provision to do product, process, solution, all under one roof with a multidisciplinary approach. And as I was saying, for example, I mean, how many people would know that there are thousands of people in TCS alone working on Boeing, working on various other aerospace components. Hundreds of VLSI chips taped out from TCS, more than many semiconductor companies who claim to be in semiconductor in Bangalore, to enabling medical technology, to fintech and all. So the key point again is, the world is changing. Your degree, whatever you have joined, you may not even be sure whether how useful it will be or it will not be. But the fact that you will have a provision to learn a foundation of your domain, knowledge and skill, and also values, and above all, ability to use it in any domain that you aspire. Because to attain excellence, just knowledge, information is not good enough. You need to truly work towards your passion, and that links to the attitude. And that is what Dayananda Sagar offers, and which I can say for sure, the best, even the IITs today cannot offer you under one platform what Dayananda Sagar offers you as a new university, but aspiring, and maybe even, I would say, as our advisor said, obnoxious to say that in the next 5 years, we want to figure in the top 200 in the world. And for that to happen, again, teachers themselves are not alone. I'm sure you all have heard of the Mahabharata. I'll just take one more minute. Mahabharata story. See, Vyasa wrote Mahabharata. While writing Mahabharata, I mean, even we are now talking of, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. But then he had to call a young person to write Ganesha. But then Ganesha said, I don't have time to write patiently whatever you say. Because even then he wanted things to be happening instantaneously. So he said, if you can say in such a way that I don't stop writing, then alone I will write for you. So because he said, otherwise I get bored. So instantaneous, Instagram era happened even during Vyasa's time, because Ganesha was always, again, maybe smarter also, because always students are smarter than the teachers. So the teacher and the student together create things. So Vyasa had to think in such a way, complicated words, so that Ganesha would take some time, and so Mahabharata was created. Or even most novel laureates, you will see there will be a senior person and a young person. The whole world is changing, and for the change to happen, you need the youth, exuberance, the knowledge and the passion of the youth, and the experience and insight of the senior people. And as I said, the world that is changing for sustainable development is looking at India, and India has the youth, and here Dayananda Sagar has created a wonderful platform for all of us to create the future that most of us do not know. As I am sure you all have always heard of, the VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, ambiguous, and all that, or complex. Alternately, now we are the current day youth. Yesterday we were talking with one of our colleagues, the Bani world. The youth who are, for example, who are sort of completely brittle sometimes in their thought. People say so. Brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. But then that incomprehensible, anxious youth and their excitement, the insight and the patience of the senior people together, I think we all can create the Atmanirbhar world that the world is expecting India to go to, and also lead the whole world. So once again, I welcome you all to Dayananda Sagar for this wonderful platform, and to our family. I'm sure you'll have a great time here, and we look forward to wonderful things happening as we evolve as a university. And welcome once again to Dayananda Sagar University. And I also once again thank all the parents. Have a great time here, and all I want to convey is the university is your oyster. It's up to you to make the pearl you want it to happen for your life. Have a great time here in Dayananda Sagar University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those inspiring words. Your wisdom always ignites pride and motivation in all of us. I now request Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy, the Dean, School of Engineering at Dayananda Sagar University, to share his valuable insights. Join me for a heartfelt round of applause for Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Let me start with a beautiful phrase by William Foster. And I quote, "Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillful execution." Unquote. At Dayananda Sagar University, we believe this quality aspect. Respected chief guest of today's program, Mr. Sunil Deshpande, Honorable Pro-Chancellor of Dayananda Sagar University, Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar, Honorable Secretary, Shri Gali Swami, Honorable Advisor, Shri Jairaj, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, Deans of various schools, Directors, Principals, various section heads of DSI and DSU, and all the chairpersons of departments, faculty, staff, valued parents, and my dear students of 25-26 batch. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. I am Dr. Uday Kumar, Dean, School of Engineering. It gives me an immense pleasure to greet and welcome all of you on behalf of the entire DSU family for this important occasion. Today is not just an inauguration. It is the beginning of your engineering journey, your dream, and your future. We are thrilled to have a great personality, Mr. Sunil Deshpande, with us today, who is the center head of TCS Bangalore. Mr. Sunil comes with nearly 20 plus years of a rich experience, leadership industry experience, managing various functions, including sales operations, HR, risk management, and delivery excellence. We are truly privileged to have him with us today to share his insights with the next generation of business leaders. Let us give a big round of applause to Mr. Sunil Deshpande. Sir, thank you so much for being here, for your gracious presence. We are truly privileged to be joined by our respected Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar, the most dynamic and great visionary leader, well known for his dedication in education and health sectors. He is not only a visionary leader, but has redefined the entire Dayananda Sagar group of institutions and the university, a true nation builder, a man who inspires us to dream bigger and bigger and better for young students. Most leaders across the nation has transformed their organizations that brings positive change upon the nation and the world. I will take privilege to say that one such leader is our Pro-Chancellor, Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar. His dream is to build Dayananda Sagar University as one of the world-class university. And you can see this wonderful piece of work that has happened so far, and what you see probably in the next coming years, a full-fledged, complete university. And I think DSU is one such example of the transformation India is undergoing. The architecture, the commitment to sustainability, the space management, and operational excellence are truly standout. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a roaring applause to Dr. Premchandra Sagar. Sir, thank you so much for your gracious presence. There are other great stalwarts on the dais in their own capacities. Our beloved Secretary, Shri Galiswamy, with over 50 years of devoted service, stands as a guiding light of this great Dayananda Sagar group of institutions, an embodiment of wisdom, dedication, and unshakable commitment to shaping generations. Sir, welcome you to this particular program. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.S. Satyanarayana, who is a dynamic leader, inspires us to blend academic rigor with innovation, taking the university to the global heights. We also have with us our advisor, Shri Jairaj, who shapes the academic and strategic direction of the university. Sir, thank you for your gracious presence. We also have with us the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Prakash, who is a leader striving to make AI-first approach at Dayananda Sagar University. And finally, we have on the dais our registrar, a man with steadfast leadership in administration. The university stands strong on systems, discipline, and seamless execution. Sir, thank you so much for your gracious presence. And thank you all for the wonderful and on and off the dais, the other dignitaries who are present here. Coming to the School of Engineering, the School of Engineering consists of 11 undergraduate programs consisting of computer science engineering, artificial intelligence machine learning, data science, AI and data science, cybersecurity, computer science and technology, AI and robotics, computer science and medical engineering, electronics, communication engineering, mechanical, and aerospace engineering. And then we also have the postgraduate computer science engineering, then embedded systems engineering, and design engineering. And apart from this masters, we also have all the departments are supported by, for the doctoral programs. The PhD is an ultimate, in the academics, where it is offered across all the departments of School of Engineering. And some of the, I just would like to share with all of you about the achievements of School of Engineering that we have done remarkably, well compared to the premier institutions, on par with premier institutions that exist in the country. First, the achievement is on the cutting edge curriculum. The curriculum is completely redefined, and it is aligned with the industry 4.2 and 5.2. And it is completely, an outcome-based education, that whatever that you see, that it is completely measured with a focus of, with a focus on student-centric approach. And every department, whether it is mechanical, whether it is aerobatics, you name any department of all 11 departments that exist, we have completely, it is integrated with, an AI, data science, or sustainability, innovation, and entrepreneurship. These are, and horizontal across all the departments that has been taken care, and that is how, the curriculum is something stand out, which is on par with the top premier institutes across India and also the global universities. Coming to the research and innovation leadership, I think we have a wonderful faculty where both students and faculty have got the funding of, projects from national laboratories, the central government funding agencies, and also the state government funding agencies, where 6.5 crore projects which have been acquired so far by our faculty and students, and out of which 3.5 crore projects have already been completed, and 3 crore projects are ongoing currently. Coming to the publications, the research publications and patents, again, both from the students and faculty, in the last academic year, 24-25, where 500 plus publications have been done by both students and faculty. And in calendar year, right from January 25 till date, I think 350 plus publications has already been done by the faculty, and it is expected by December 2025, there will be around 800 publications will be there. That is completely transformation. I think we are moving into the research-based university. And that is how you see that the faculty and students are committed in terms of research and innovation. And apart from this, I think the Pro-Chancellor will also be, will be enlightening on the centers of excellence. There's a lot of, I think around 10 centers of excellence has already been checked out, and that is already in the process of, in the completion stage, where on the, whether it is AI maker space, having AI lab, then advanced robotics, cyber range, or it could be augmented reality, virtual reality, or it could be the quantum computing, a general maker space. So these are the things which you will, you are fortunate enough, you will see that you will have a complete hands-on on this, the world-class centers of excellence. Coming to the partnerships, collaborations with the leading industries, I think more than 60 companies are already been partnered with School of Engineering, starting with Tata Consulting Services, TCS, ServiceNow, AWS, Microsoft, Salesforce, MuleSoft, Infosys, Autodesk, and many other companies, purely for the skill development, for the internships, for the placements, and for the research and innovations. And of course, we also have, apart from the industries, we also have the MOUs with the premier institutes, the IISc, IITs, and some global universities for joint projects and research and exchanges that happens. Coming to the student achievements, during last academic year, 24-25, I think our students have won many awards, and outstanding awards, there are 20 plus. When I say outstanding, is something remarkable. including Smart India Hackathon. This is the third consecutive where Dayananda Sagar University is getting the first prize in the national level where where it is funded by completely from the government of India. And that is where you see that innovation challenges, whether it is Google coding, NASA space challenges, and many national competitions. Coming to the placements and the career success, I think we have a strong placement record, both at the national level as well as international level. And again, the top recruiters are TCS, Wipro, Google, Amazon, JP Morgan, and many other companies. So we have around more than 90% of our students are getting placed on the campus, and around more than 300 plus companies are visiting every year Dayananda Sagar University. So that is how it shows, the commitment and the kind of, the things that are taking shape in the Dayananda Sagar University. And I think so far, we have the highest CTC is 35 lakhs per annum, and on average, the CTC is around 8 lakhs per annum. And many of our alumni working across the globe in Fortune 500 companies and top research labs and as entrepreneurs. Coming to the faculty excellence, I would say we have faculty of 350 plus faculty currently on board, and many of the faculty, I think they're all more than 25 states of India that we have, and 65% of them are from the premier institutes where they're alumni of IITs, IISc, NITs, and IIITs. So that is how it shows the commitment, the quality in terms of recruiting the faculty at Dayananda Sagar University. Then coming to the holistic student development, I think in addition to the curriculum, in addition to the academics, we have a world-class facilities on the sports, cultural excellence, leadership qualities, programs, and wellness initiatives. And there are more than 20 plus professional student chapters, including the IEEE, ACM, IETE, and then IET, and many other, the global, the professional bodies, which is accepted across the globe. And therefore, vision for the future for the School of Engineering, it is committed to becoming a global hub of innovation and sustainability-driven engineering education. And students here are groomed not only just as engineers, but as problem solvers and leaders for the world. Dear students of 25-26 batch, remember, we do not just teach the technology, we ignite the innovation. We don't just prepare for jobs, but rather we prepare you to become leaders of tomorrow. And we believe young leaders like you should have audacity, integrity, and resilience. It's most important for us to lead and to make India a fastest growing economy in the world. And hence, I think all young students will have a great opportunity in front of you. Finally, remember, the world does not reward those who follow, it celebrates those who lead. And you are here to lead your future, the future of AI, robotics, sustainability, space, and beyond. Dear parents, you have entrusted us with your children, and we promise to nurture them into engineers of excellence and citizens of impact. I would request all the parents who have gathered to attend every parent-teachers meeting that will be there in the schedule, in an academic schedule, every semester that will be conducted. And my dear students, as you step into this journey, carry 3 commitments. Learn with curiosity, because knowledge is your power. Create with courage, because the world needs bold ideas, lead with character, because the leadership without values has no meaning. Therefore, students, your time is now. From tomorrow onwards, and for the next week, you will have a complete induction program where, the because the students are coming from diverse backgrounds, so we want to ensure that there is a great environment for you to settle down, to understand about the university system. And therefore, your journey begins today, and this hall echoes with the promise that together we will take this Dayananda Sagar University from good to great and from great to global leadership. I wish each one of you an exciting journey during your stay at Dayananda Sagar University in the next 4 years, and I look forward to seeing you that you will accomplish during your time here and in the future. Welcome to the future, and welcome to your destiny, and welcome to the School of Engineering at Dayananda Sagar University. With this, I will take leave. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, and thank you, thank you.
Thank you for your motivation and encouragement, sir. Now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Sunil Deshpande, the center head of TCS Bangalore, one of the largest and most strategically significant offshore hubs in the global IT service ecosystem. With nearly 2 decades of rich leadership experience spanning delivery, sales, HR, risk management, and operations, Mr. Deshpande brings unique cross-functional perspective to the challenges of leading at school. Beyond corporate leadership, he has always been the face of major public management engagement initiatives, such as the iconic TCS Rural IT Quiz and the TCS World 10K Bangalore platforms that combine skill, social good, and civic pride. We are truly, truly privileged to have him with us to share his insights with the next generation of business leader. I request, sir, to share a few words with us. Please welcome, sir, with a warm round of applause. Please, sir.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Before I say anything, it's truly an humbling experience to be here this afternoon with all of you. And I would want to offer my pranams to late Shri Dayananda Sagar ji, a truly inspirational person who has inspired India generations over generations. So it gives me immense pleasure and truly a humbling experience to be here amongst all of you. I had some good interactions with Shri Premchandra Sagar ji a while ago, and what an inspiring person, truly. The kind of work this entire institute has done in the field of education, in the field of medical and medical technology, will inspire many, many generations ahead. So thank you for having me with us here. Professor B.S. Satyanarayan ji, what a fiery speech. Truly, truly inspirational. Generally I get a slot to speak post-lunch, and it's very tough for me to keep people active. And you did my job pretty well. And yeah, clap for him. Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy ji, thank you for having me here. Thank you for all the great words that you spoke about me. It's the job of professors to be serious, so I can be a little light with you on your big day. 2,650 students is what I am told. The dawn of great careers, great lives lies ahead for all of you. Most importantly, for every parent who dreamt of making their children engineers. I am told there are parents sitting in the other rooms also. There are 6 such rooms. Huge round of applause to all the parents for probably many parents are living their dreams through all of you. So you have a responsibility not just to yourself, not just to this university, but a huge responsibility towards your parents who have sacrificed a lot to make you sit here and listen to such great people this evening. Congratulations on getting admitted. When I did my engineering, it was truly my dream. And let me tell you, my mother had a tear in her eye that my son is getting into an engineering college. So I'm sure your mother sitting somewhere in these 6 rooms will have a tear in her eye as well. So it's an emotional moment. It brings in a lot of responsibility to all of you. And I'm so happy. I was just telling Mr. Sagar a while ago that whatever IT industry saw from 1980s till 2025 is over. And what happens from this year will be something path-breaking. The next 2 to 3 decades belongs to India, belongs to all of you. I envy you that I am not 25 years younger to be sitting here and embark India's glorious journey. And I'm sure all of you are going to also experience a lot of it. Lot has been spoken about AI since the time I was sitting here. I am not going to talk too much of technology today, let me assure you. A little bit of it though. So today, AI is about $430 billion organization. I'm sure, I'm so happy to hear from the professors who spoke that AI, cybersecurity, IoT, data, all of these are considered as horizontals. So let me tell you, AI will definitely impact every stream of engineering. So if any one of you feel that AI is only for the people who have taken engineering in AI, then you're wrong. Whether it is automotive, whether it is mechanical, I am told we have good representation from various streams here and in other Dayananda Sagar University, Dayananda Sagar Technology Institutes. So AI will impact everyone, and 8 years from now, AI will be about $3.68 to $3.7 trillion economy. Why I am saying this is there is huge opportunity for jobs as you embark this journey. There is tremendous opportunity for employment. So it's only up to you that how you embark in this journey. I am also thankful for some great words. Mr. K. Jairaj spoke a while ago that how big a fan is he of Tata's and TCS in general. Thank you for so kind words about the organization, sir. I don't want to sell Tata's and TCS, but let me do it for at least 30 seconds. So obviously, if in case you don't know, we are the largest Indian company with over $30 billion of market cap, $30 billion of revenue. We are the largest recruiters in India amongst all private companies. We have the largest employee base with over 480,000 plus people working for TCS in India, and overall 617,000 employees who work for TCS globally. TCS Bangalore also is one of the largest IT organization, IT branches that we have in India. So it's a big, big responsibility on us also. Generally, there is a perception that we serve to customers globally. But what do we do for India? I know, sir told me, why don't you inspire and tell what Tata's or TCS does for India? So let me tell you a little trivia in case you didn't know what TCS does. We touch 1 billion lives every single day. all the exchanges, in case you have opened a demat account, you will know. The BSC, NSC, NCDEX is managed by TCS. All the regulators, including RBI, SEBI, CERC, is managed by TCS. The National Utility Platform, NSDL, CDSL, NPCL, IFTAS is managed by TCS. The financial inclusion platforms of major banks and insurance companies like State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, so many other private banks is managed by India. For your information, there are about 900 million savings account of State Bank of India in India, which is higher than the population of entire North America. So it's a very, very proud relationship for us. All the transfers that you do, NEFT, RTGS, that entire platform is managed by TCS. Merchant platforms. Aadhaar is managed by TCS, the Aadhaar cards that you handle. What else do I say? We manage the state power utilities, all the mobile connections, Vodafone, Airtel, Idea. All of this is managed by TCS. Bangalore International Airport is managed by TCS. Kochi International Airport is managed by TCS. Ayushman Bharat is managed by TCS. National Health Insurance, National Health Academy, NHA, is managed by TCS. India Post is managed by TCS. So can you believe these are the interfaces that we have, where we do a significant amount of work for development of this wonderful country. So I thought I should just give this trivia to all of you. But most importantly, we were just having a discussion. Do you know how many engineers pass out every year from Karnataka? Any wild guess from anybody? Now, there are close to 87,000 engineers who pass out every single year from the state of Karnataka. I cannot be ordinary. The message that I want to give all of you, none of us sitting here, there is no room for being ordinary. We have to be extraordinary. Lot of kids, lot of people, when they start their careers, they come and ask me, what do I do? How do I become successful? See, I was just telling Mr. Sagar that my intent of any academic institute is always to make a student more employable. You have to study, you have to grow, all that is fine. Academically, you want to pursue future studies, you might have big dreams. But what is very critical is at any given point in time, you should be employable. Whether you get employed in Dayananda Sagar University, or you want to join corporates, want to start a startup. Bangalore is a startup capital of India, Bangalore is GCC capital of India, whatnot. So many opportunities. You are in such a wonderful city, ladies and gentlemen. Such a great city where so many opportunities are there. 5 key things which I wanted to say, and then I'll probably tell you a small story also, just to make you a little relaxed. I know so many tense faces everywhere. Professor also spoke about the softer elements that is needed amongst all of you. You always have to stay updated. Don't expect that entire encyclopedia is available in the curriculum that is given to you by the college. No, there is life beyond that. You have to stay updated. You have to participate in various seminars, events. Again, I'll say, you are so lucky that you are in Bangalore. So many events happen in this particular city. So many knowledge sharing activities happen in this particular city. Go participate, register itself. It's a small money you pay for gathering very rich outcomes. Now, I very popularly remember one story where, Dhirubhai Ambani's first salary was 250 rupees. So he took that salary, and on the same day he went to a 5-star hotel and he sat next to a chair where a lot of dignitaries were sitting. And he sat there for about 1 hour, had slowly sipped his tea, that was his 1 month salary, slowly sipped his tea, and then he blew that money out, and he came out of that star hotel. His friend asked, "Are you a fool? What will you do for the month? What did you do?" He said, "I wanted to be amongst people who are diverse, who are rich, who are successful, to know what they do, how they think, how they talk, what inspires them, what motivates them, so on and so forth." So having a great company around you is critical. If you are the smartest kid in your group of friends, then you are in the wrong group. Now don't start disowning your friends. Understand what I'm saying, if you are the smartest, if you are the most intelligent in your group, change the group. Don't disown these friends, but try getting into newer groups, try understanding, try meet people who challenge you. It's good to get challenged. Proactively approach your teachers, go sit with them in their rooms, have brainstorm with them. I don't agree with what you said. It's good to say sometimes, "I don't agree with what you said, I wanted to brainstorm with you." Take that extra step. Problem solving, I think that's the second element, problem solving, communication and soft skills. Lot of people who join corporates, once they join a corporate, then they have to undergo a customer interview. They might end up clearing a written test, they might end up clearing a technical round, but they fail clearing a customer interview. It's very critical that you all develop articulation. There is a very subtle difference between somebody who's extremely successful. Say, in a group, in a class of 40, 50 people, you generally see 3 or 4 really scale high in their careers. Or 5 or 10, probably all of you are extremely smart in Dayananda Sagar, 10 of you, say, out of 30. What is the subtle difference in the successful people? Discipline, one, and they are exceptional articulators. They know what to talk. You might do great work. There is a difference between a laborer and a leader. I think a lot was spoken about leadership also. So be very smart. Go and tell your teachers, "This is the gist of what I understood last week from your 4 days of speech, 4 days of lecture," right? Proactively go. The teacher might tear your presentation, the teacher might do a shift delete for the mail that you have sent, doesn't matter. Generate that habit. Develop that habit of articulating. Tell what you feel is right. That's the second point. Seek mentorship. This is something which I mentioned a while ago. Seek mentorship, network actively. I spoke a lot about it. Collaborate and learn. Step outside your comfort zone. Fourth point. All of you have been so beautifully taken care in a nest by your parents, sitting in various rooms here. You are out in public now. From here onwards, you are responsible for your own careers. From today onwards. Till 11th, 12th, you don't know the sleepless nights parents would have gone through till they got you admitted here. From here, it is your responsibility to take your lives ahead. Please actively think about it. Define career goals. Last point, define career goals. Mr. Sagar was giving me a lot of examples of Jeff Bezos and many other successful entrepreneurs. Somebody asked Elon Musk, "How do you plan your business?" So he says, "I plan what I want to be 10 years from now. And I work on an execution model to be there in 1 year." Plan can be 10 years, but he will work towards achieving that in 1 year. These are the set of restless people who could achieve so much in their lives. Skilling and upskilling and reskilling, remodeling, reshaping. I think we spoke again about all of this with Mr. Sagar some time back. I'll tell you a beautiful story. I have another 5 minutes. I'll tell you 2 stories, okay? 2 minutes each. Birds and animals fascinate me a lot, okay? So, there is a wonderful bird called eagle, okay? Why it is so different? Why it is so wonderful? Sorry? Okay. You know, there is a story within the story. So once what happens, a eagle's egg by mistake falls in the nest of a chicken. And the chicken incubates that particular egg, and then the egg hatches, a eagle comes out. Eagle is growing with other chickens who don't know how to fly. Okay? So whenever eagle starts to use its wing, the mother says, look at your siblings. You can only walk, probably fly to an extent. One day that eagle sees a huge flock of eagles flying, the big ones. So he asks mother, what is this all about? I said, some other creature, doesn't matter to you. There is a potential inside, but your surrounding is not allowing you to grow. Think about this. Similar, let me continue on the eagle story itself. When an eagle is hatched in the nest, after a week or so, you know what the mother does? The mother throws that tiny, tender eagle baby into the bush. It allows all the thorns, everything to get pricked. The mother feels that's how the eagle will become stronger. They have a very uncanny knack of flying above the threshold of any other bird. Have you ever seen eagle flying below a flock of other birds? No chance. They only come down to hunt. They are great hunters. When they become weak, you know what they do? They go back, they go and hide themselves behind some rocks and trees, etc. They forcefully break their claws. They hit, they break their claws. They hit, they break their beak. They pluck their wings out. Bloody affair everywhere. They wait till they grow the new wings, new claws, new beak, but they will not compromise by flying lower than what they have set for themselves as a threshold. Wonderful creature to inspire all of us. Sir also spoke about belief and attitude. Again, a small story. I'll ask a couple of questions to all of you. Who is the tallest animal in the jungle? Giraffe. Who is the fastest animal in the jungle? Cheetah. Who is the strongest animal in the jungle? Which one? Elephant, correct. Who is the cleverest animal in the jungle? Fox. Now, last question. Who is the king of jungle? Why? Neither is lion tall, nor strong, nor fast, nor intelligent, nor any of the attributes that are needed to be better than the others. So somebody goes and asks a lion, you don't have any qualities in you, then why are you regarded as king of jungle? The lion says, I feel I am king of jungle. I walk with that belief in me, and people start considering me as the king. Don't start walking like this outside this room now. So just draw parallels with it. All of you need to have belief. Some of you might not be tall enough, might not be fair enough, might not have great English, might not have come from a big city. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You should have the belief in you. All of you. With that belief, what happens is there is a tremendous change in attitude that comes in. If I study, if I put in hard work, if I network, if I brainstorm, if I seek for inputs, advice, yes, I will get all of it. And what happens is results. You have to continue to inspire people. I understand that there are 6 batches who have completed from this university. So you have 6 inspiring team of alumni whom you can reach out to. And it is their responsibility also to inspire you. And it's very important for the professors here also to be role model to students. You know, once in a classroom, the teacher asked, when you grow up, what do you want to become? Somebody said astronaut, somebody said doctor, politician, whatnot. One tiny girl stood up and said, Madam, I want to become like you. I feel that's the victory of an academic leader, when your students want to emulate you, want to become like you. So that's also my subtle message to the academic leadership sitting here, that your students should look at you as a mentor, look at you as a guiding principle in their lives. So I know I took 5-10 minutes more than what I thought I should take, but all the courses, I had a good interaction with Dr. Uday. He told me about all the different courses where all of you are getting admitted. Let me tell you, each of these have tremendous future. Each of these areas we are working a lot. I was just telling sir a while ago how and what type of work we are doing in life sciences, healthcare, what type of work we are doing in aeronautics, aerospace area. You will be happy to know that Tatas are the only company in the history of India who have ordered 350 Airbus and 400 Boeing aircrafts for upliftment of aerospace industry in this wonderful country. Like that, we are also setting up a Boeing institute, a training institute in partnership with Boeing and TASL, Tata Advanced System Limited, where I would encourage you to go and participate. Most importantly, last 30 seconds, 45 seconds from me, you have to choose a wonderful internship program. Okay? You can concentrate on which company you can get into post your 8th semester. I want you to choose a great internship program. Don't go by the company. See the internship element that is getting offered to you. I am fortunate that Government of Karnataka has given me an opportunity to be a part of 4 or 5 committees for the government, including drafting government's national IT policy, including drafting government's GCC policy. I am also a committee member for VTU with internship. I am also a committee member for AI/ML data science and blockchain for Government of Karnataka. I am also a committee member for non-engineering academic programs that are running in this particular state. So I get an opportunity to interact a lot with people within and outside. And let me tell you, there is a lot of great work happening. And like I said at the beginning, you all are at the dawn of a fantastic movement in this wonderful country. Next 2 to 2.5 decades belongs to this country and probably beyond. And I'm so happy that you all have chosen to shape up your career with this wonderful university, Dayananda Sagar University. I have a lot of respect for this university, to the parent company. What they do for this country is very less spoken about, but truly, truly inspirational. On that note, my best wishes to you, your parents, to all your teachers. We will come back again during your recruitment drives. We still are the largest employers in the state of Karnataka. So I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sowing a seed of possibility and hope in these aspiring students. We are fortunate to have among us Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar, the Honorable Vice Chairman, DSI, and Pro-Chancellor, DSU. His leadership and vision have had a significant influence on all of us, the students and the professors. Sir, I kindly invite you to join us on stage and deliver the presidential remarks. Please, sir.
It's evening time, so good evening. Good evening to all of you. Well, first I would like to express my deep thanks and gratitude to Mr. Sunil Deshpande, who has graciously come today to be the chief guest. He has also inspired all of you with great words of wisdom and advice of how you need to progress on in your careers. Well, today is indeed a wonderful day for all of you, and I know that you will be very proud to be a part of this great journey that you are going to begin with. Well, the Vice Chancellor of Dayananda Sagar University, Professor Satyanarayan, the advisor and member board of governors, Mr. Jairaj, the Dean, School of Engineering, Dr. Reddy, the Pro-Vice Chancellor who's got a big task ahead of him, Dr. Prakash. We have amidst us brilliant chairs, faculty members, distinguished guests, proud parents, and above all, my bright and eager new batch of young leaders of tomorrow. First of all, let me welcome you into the portals of Dayananda Sagar University. Today is just not an academic milestone. It's the opening act of a journey that will define your future. And perhaps the future of the world, because India is going to power that. The global south will invariably define how the new world would look like. And that, I believe, a large portion of that responsibility will vest with you. Now you are in university, so you're no longer kids. And you must understand that the world has been changed. Young people like you. All breakthrough in technologies happen by young minds. Because all of you have the creativity, the ability to dream. And I believe when you start realizing that dream, I'm sure we would be able to bring in a significant change. And let me begin with the words of Albert Einstein, who said, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change." And the ability to change the world largely rests with all of you. So we live in a completely new world, and I think that was echoed by our chief guest, Mr. Deshpande, strongly endorsed by the Dean as well as our Vice Chancellor, the era of artificial intelligence and the age of disruption. There happens in time when disruption brings an opportunity. If you hold that opportunity, you are going to ride that wave. If we don't hold the opportunity, then we get drowned in the wave. So either we ride the wave, or we get swept away by the wave, or we get drowned in the wave. I think what is now happening across is the world of AI. Now, this is a disruptor. Now, in any disruption, there is always a new offering. That means the ability to dream something new. Now, dreams are always vivid, colorful. And it's how you engage in that dream and realize that dream is the essence that is going to define future. And that is what defined Mr. William Gates when he went across to create an operating system and sold to IBM. He sold a dream. He didn't even have a product. If you really go back and see, what did Gates have? He had a dream. He had an idea. And then he sold an idea. And that idea was bought by an organization which was many times larger by a kid. At the end of it, when organizations, we always think that we are bigger than life. So we always discount a whole lot of young people to say, all right, you're a kid, you got an idea. All right, we give you an opportunity. So IBM gave them an opportunity. And what happened? Every product that was sold as an operating system in a computer held Microsoft. IBM doesn't make computers anymore. But the operating system works and runs and powers the world. So where did this idea generate? It was a kid. Maybe in college. Mr. Gates dropped out. He didn't complete college. He had to complete college at a later point of time. So we don't tell you to drop out. These times are different. So this name of artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic idea. It's no longer what we talk about. It's not a dream anymore. It's a realization. And I'm sure a whole lot of you would have understood on the generative part of AI. Today, we do a lot of work. We try to do reasoning, and that's what the human mind wants to work on. We try to reason, we try to analyze, and we try to put in a lot of what we call as hard work. The world of AI now tells you don't have to do hard work, now start working smart. So it brings in the smartness in the system for you to prompt something. So we get back now to the old age of the Greek world, of Socrates. What did Socrates do? One of the greatest philosophers that has ever roamed the earth was Socrates. Socrates never gave an answer. It kept on asking, it kept on questioning the system. And then it got an answer. Today, the world of AI gives you the tool. You can go to Grok, you can go to ChatGPT 5 or maybe 6 or 7 or 8. The versions keep coming. You could go to Gemini, you could go to Claude, you could go to a whole lot of things. So you can ask. You have a companion. You prompt it. It will give you an answer. And then you keep on going across. So you're now going to help. You're going to get help to realize your dream. So as we believe that the world is changing, we all firmly believe that the world is changing, which means the interplay is happening. Today, the brightest of human mind has got a limited domain. I know a little bit of philosophy, I know a little bit of logic, I know geography, I know history. I know a little bit of that, but then if you go down into an AI tool, it knows everything. It's mastered 250 million books and over and above. And it's quick. It reasons. It takes a little bit of time if it wants to go down into deep thinking, but it still comes out. So you've got a tool. So that means the world is now in your fingertips. So you can rule the world now. So the confidence that comes to you will now have to be more. And that is what is being the essence and the core of the core DNA that you probably, the dean and the team over here, the chairs of various departments are going to give. So which essentially means that you will have to get down into the dream world. So it's a distant dream, there are so many dreamers in the world. And all these dreams have led down to innovations which has created breakthroughs in technologies. And I think you will have to get down into that first group. Now, the aspect that people talk, especially when it comes into defining things. How do we define the future? What is it that we want to go across? Ultimately, we will have to create sustainable solutions for the humankind. Is that going to be a significant dream for you? And would you find a solution? The answer for that would rest with you. And that is where DSU would position itself to be an AI-first institution or an university which will utilize the tool. And that is where the role of my Pro-Vice Chancellor steps in, because he will spearhead the AI-first initiative of integrating multidisciplines. Now, as an AI-first university integrating AI in every program, embedding it into our pedagogy, and aligning it with our research priorities. So which means, what's the good part of a university over a school? A school is very domain specific. It only talks about a particular program, but a university is multi-dimensional. It talks about medicine, it talks about pharmacy, it talks about engineering, it talks about various domains. Like Mr. Deshpande said, there are many, many areas that are there, even in what we call as the scope of engineering. Whether it's mechanical sciences, whether it is electrical sciences, electronics, aerospace, artificial intelligence, the cyber world, the blockchain. There's a whole dimensions which are there, but they need to work together. And this is where, I would like to recall the words of Mr. Sundar Pichai, and I quote, AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. It is more profound than electricity or fire, unquote. So what does it mean? I mean, that's a new, it's a new discovery. It is something like, Archimedes said, no, I'm floating, it's Eureka. So the new discovery is something that you have a powerful weapon in your hand, which means you're simply able to unleash that to help realize the dream that society would want. So that role that you will have, that will come across, will now have to be completely different. So, in the multidisciplinary world, because many times we feel that I need to get a job. Job you will get. And thanks to Mr. Guru Venkatesh, he works very hard. And I must, compliment him that in fact the students at DSU have got a higher, kill rate on jobs than what the the legacy institution of Dayananda Sagar. In fact, today he was sharing with me that, and I must compliment this to all the faculty, the chairs, and all the faculty members who have really strived hard. Short span of time, I think they've got a stronger strike rate. And probably, in terms of, enlarging the dreams of the students over here. And it's an amazing work, and I must compliment the entire team, the faculty. They deserve, absolute, congratulatory messages for all of you. And thank you for the wonderful work that the faculty have been doing towards, positioning the student. Now, they say that, all work and no play is not good. So there we have this wonderful lady, two wonderful ladies over here who engage you all the time. Miss Pooja, and then we have Miss Shamanta, who puts you across through a lot of ordeal and fun. Shamanta puts you to ordeal because she will force you to plant trees, because we have taken a pledge that we will be sustainable. So we will respect society. We are going to take care of the underprivileged, so she will drive you to camps. And Miss Baliga will give you all the fun. She will make you dance. The CPA has been doing a wonderful job. So it's work and play. There's a lot of hard work which you will not be able to stop, because the dean is going to make you work. And Mr. Deshpande said one of the significant things that are there is the fundamental knowledge is one part of it, skilling is another part of it. Now, what happens in fundamental knowledge, it gives you the foundation. If you understand the alphabets and if you understand the grammar, you can create a structure, you can know how to structure a sentence. But then you will need to know something beyond, and that is where the skilling comes in. Because skilling is very dynamic. It's like wind. It moves. At one end you have one sector which does well, suddenly it moves across. So applying skilling becomes a key part. So what is it that at DSU that the engagement happens? Well, today, we were reviewing in the early part of the day, along with the Vice Chancellor and the Dean, and the Pro-Vice Chancellor as well as the advisor, we were reviewing the activities of skilling. Now, all of you sadly will have to put in those work. So every student is going to go through a painful engagement of anywhere between 90 to 120 hours of skill training per semester, and that's mandated, period. Because, we have pledged to your parents that we will make you successful. That's a pledge that we have taken, right? So if you have taken that pledge, we will have to deliver to your parents, not to you, but to your parents. Because they've entrusted you to us. They've entrusted you to my Vice Chancellor, they've entrusted to our Dean, to all our brilliant chairs and the faculty. They've given us the responsibility that we'll have to create great value for you. So the pressure on Mr. Guru Venkatesh and his team members will now be to increase the median salary and probably get down into the super hundreds or probably the super 200s. When we talk about the super 200s, we are now looking at creating marquee jobs for you. That means, are you going to get higher than what your faculty would get paid, right? So maybe 2 times more than what your faculty are paid, or probably much more than what the Vice Chancellor could be paid in the university, or the Dean could be paid. So that's the responsibility that they have taken. They said, we are going to give you, extraordinarily great jobs. We are going to build great dreams for you so that you can power the nation. So having said that, there's going to be about between 90 to 120 hours of training apart from your academic engagement. Though, of course, Pooja, as she said, and Shamanta will give you fun. So you will have dance, you will be able to let your hair down, but at the same time, we will push you through to achieve knowledge, skilling across. So, as I said, university is not a fun place. You don't come to university to just have fun, and especially to a professional university or an university which is going to create you as technologists who will design and deliver solutions to a larger portion of humanity. So the training is something that has to be taken very seriously. So you can't be telling, no, I'm going to be tired. You are going to be tired, let me tell you. None of you are going to have an easy path. We will make you work very hard. Because we want you to be successful, we want you to realize your dreams. So if you have got that grouse, oh no, they start at 9 o'clock, they push us up till 7 o'clock, we are going to do that. If you are not in for it, I would say, please get out of the system. Get out of the system. This is not a fun place. We want you to be successful. So you have to prepare yourself to really work and get yourself skilled. So the skill development activities which are initiated is a very sensitive program that needs to be taken in, because that will help you to crack the code. What is important over there, it's apart from hard work, is smart work, is how do I crack the code? If you know how to crack the code, you know how to get the job. If you know how to speak, if you know how to project, you will be able to get that coveted job, which probably can scale across. So I think that is an area that needs to be engaged. Now, I think the Dean did mention, this is a place where we would like to create dreams. Stage one, we built the foundation. What's going to happen as you will walk across would be the emergence of centers of excellence that will happen at DSU. And you're very fortunate. Unlike my other schools, my campus 1, campus 2, campus 3, we have multiple campuses. This has been designed and crafted. DSU is a program which is going to be designed, which is designed after a lot of hard work, a lot of thinking. It's not come in very easy, because your DSU will run through this. You're lucky. I said, especially this batch, I would echo the words of Mr. Deshpande over here. You're very lucky over here, because as you will go through, you will walk through those centers of excellence. And what would they be? You will have a maker space which is very unique in the world. You have the AI maker space, which is going to be powered by, very strong hardware. The GPUs will strongly power that, so which means you will have the ability to work. The intangible part of the AI is able now, which will transfer itself into the electronic maker space, and then you will have the physical maker space. I think we have our industry experts who are helping us out to essentially bring that. So make the best use of that. You've got an idea? Put it across over there, because you've got a lab, you've got a tinkering lab, you're able to come across something. Then you could probably go down. I've been telling the mechanical engineering team, you put up some of the most finest additive manufacturing, the tools over there. So which essentially means you've got an idea. When an idea can be generated and you can have a POC, a proof of concept, then you have two other activities across in the funnel. Is essentially you have the incubators. There are two incubators, one called the Atal Incubation Center, which is promoted by DSU, which is something where you have a CEO who will be able to run you through, which means you can now generate an idea into a product. You have Derby, which is another incubator, which will run you through various acceleration, which will prepare you, and then for you to become an entrepreneur. So what does this ultimately mean? It means that you got to start dreaming. And your dreams have to be very vivid, very colorful. So that is something that will be a very interesting thing that you could do. The Dean, as well as our Pro Vice Chancellor again, is working with the state-of-art cyber range. We know what is going to happen. The world is now not going to be safe. I think Mr. Deshpande remarked, the world of yesterday and the world of today moved at a slower pace. The world of tomorrow is going to move at very rapid pace. So which means, you will soon have, when building B, what you're here is in building A. Building B is going to be operational probably by February, March of the next year. And building B is going to power some of the best technologies that the world would see. And I mean it. The state-of-the-art cyber range is a very unique thing across over there. So that's an opportunity for you to go along either with the red team or the blue team, to fight with each other or find solutions. Because these are opportunities which are going to emerge out. Now, because you've got a tool, you can work on many of those things, and then again, extending further will be the AR and the VR labs, the augmented reality, and these are full-time AR, VR labs with a sandbox in place over there with holograms. A whole lot of interesting things are now flowing across. So which would mean that you will have the opportunity to work with some of the finest technology laboratories, whether it is the AR, VR lab or the robotics and the humanoid labs that are going to be established down here across. So which means that you can't be wasting your time. You can't be settling down for something ordinary. You have to look across for something extraordinary to create and carve your lives ahead. And those opportunities are available. And at this time, I would like to place Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's words, and he said, quote, "Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident." So these centers are not just facilities. They are launch pads for your dreams. And I want all of you to take advantage of the ecosystem that would be available here at DSU. I briefly mentioned to you about the innovation and the entrepreneurship cell. I talked about Derby. I talked about Atal Incubation Center. Now these are something which will help you to support those who dream of building their own ventures. The Makers Lab is going to help you, because you can now come across to have a POC. You can take it across to either Derby or to Atal. You can reach out and go across to have a POC. And then maybe, if you reach out to the office of Miss Supriya Matthew, maybe she could connect you on to some of the brilliant professors and residents who come from various parts of the world. I think we started this thing of having professors and residents. They may not be curriculum related, but they are ideators. They create ideas. We have hosted a large number of faculty, thanks to Ms. Matthew's effort. Brilliant faculty from different parts from very reputed universities come in as professors in residence, which means they spend a week or two, some of them a few days, some of them a little more than that. They give you an opportunity for you to understand what is happening on the other side. So these are very interesting things that will come in across over here. So what is important for all of you is to seize the opportunities. There's a whole range of activities that are happening within. Some of them academic, some of them cultural, some of them in terms of sustainable efforts. And I must tell you, in fact, with the help of Mr. Jairaj, our advisor, we have launched what is called as the Net Zero. So which means, we have pledged that we will be a net zero campus. So we have already embarked on that. We are largely going to be self-sufficient in power maybe in the next 18 months. We will generate all the power that is required to power this campus within ourselves. I think we have already issued those things out. We are self-sufficient and we reuse our entire water. We cycle our water well. So which means we are going closer to completely go across to net zero. And which means that we are committed to what is called as a sustainable goal. Post net zero, we also have a very ambitious thing, because we believe our Prime Minister has launched what is called as a zero waste engagement. Today I can't promise you a zero waste engagement, because we are still a construction site. But I believe maybe when you all exit out of the campus, maybe 4 years from now, we would have completed all our works, and then we will embark on what is called as the zero waste engagement. So which means we take the pledge and we say that we will not only take care of the systems around us, but we can prove that we will not only be net zero, but also zero waste. So what is going to happen in the university and in the ecosystem? We want you to take this to the world across. So what you're going to pick up over here. So it is going to be an interesting journey for all of you. There's going to be a lot of hard work. There is going to be a lot of play. There is going to be a lot of societal responsibility that you'll have to inculcate. And most importantly, as I said, next door is the med school. So which means, there's a great opportunity for you to work on something, to develop partnerships with students across over there and try to understand. And also the program of artificial intelligence and medical engineering. It's a very interesting program. Now, as Mr. Deshpande, I would like to, quote him once again. He said that it doesn't matter, which stream you are. You can intertwine. So it's not important whether you are in mechanical sciences or in aerospace or in electronics. Your learning has crossed borders. So there's no border definition. It doesn't bother. You should not be bothered whether you are in any single space. So you'll have to move across over there and work towards, developing partnerships in the School of Pharmacy. You should go across, strike conversations with them, make some friends in the med school, and then say, all right, how am I going to now, break loose from the technologies which are expensive today? How will I find a solution for technologies? Because the greatest democratization of technology is costing. Is how do we reduce cost? If you are able to reduce cost, you will make the technology to be more democratic. When I say democratic, it can reach out to a large number of people. So that would happen when you go across, spend time in the hospital, try to understand. It's a very interesting thing for all of you. It's an ecosystem. It's a labyrinth where you can move in and out. But you will have to seize this. But if you confine yourself and then say, no, I'm going to set my goal across for small things, then it's a wasted opportunity. And this is a very opportune time for all of you. This is a time that you should make the best use of, one, the technology that is disrupting, because you're not far away. AGI, as I was talking across, we're almost closer to that. So what happens after AGI? AGI means artificial general intelligence, which is similar to the ability of a human mind. Not too far away. A year, 2, 3, maybe 4, you've got AGI. Then you will move down into the next level called as the ASI, which is beyond human understanding and human resolve. We're talking about robotics, which is again going to completely change things. And in my talks with Mr. Deshpande, he was mentioning the remarkable work that TCS has been doing in terms of robotics in medical engineering. He was talking about the agentic, about the robotic ICU beds. And can you well imagine that tomorrow's world is, how tomorrow's world is going to look like? We've had discussions with AWS, and now AWS tells us virtually everything that goes down in the future of medicine is going to be designed by technologists. Prediction, the ability to go across. Now, there's a significant responsibility that will be thrust on you as technologists. You will become the fundamental pivot for every other scope of things, whether it's the School of Law, whether it's the School of Management, whether it's the School of Medicine, the School of Pharmacy. The powering will have to happen by technologists. So as you enter into this new journey of yours, let me wish you all the best in your journey. And I believe the dreams that you have set for yourself will now have to be maximized. When they say, if you have to dream, dream big. And I would urge all of you to dream big and help to realize that dream. And I wish you all the very best. But again, as I said, we are going to really hammer you. If you believe that we are not going to hammer you, no. We are really going to get the best out of you. If you are going to curse, don't curse your faculty, curse me. Curse me. Because they are mandated by me that they are going to make you successful. And when you are successful, thank them, don't thank me. Thank them because they led you to be successful. Right? I wish you all the best. God bless you all. And may this journey of yours be very fruitful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being a beacon of inspiration and for lighting the path ahead with your wisdom and dedication. May I now request all the students to please stand as we take the oath together. I request all the students, please stand. May I now invite Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy, Dean, the School of Engineering at Dayananda Sagar University, to step forward for the oath-taking ceremony as we mark the beginning of this monumental chapter. Sir, please.
Thank you. Generally, the oath-taking will be at the convocation day, because the commitment that after the graduation and to lead the entire globe, but here we wanted every student to take a pledge and see that how you are committed. I think our Honorable Pro-Chancellor has already told you about your commitment and towards that. So I would request all of you, all the newly admitted students, to please put your right hand and raise your right hand and put your thing and repeat the sentence after me. Please raise your hands. I, a proud student of Dayananda Sagar University, solemnly pledge that I will pursue knowledge with sincerity, perseverance, and an open mind. That I will honor truth and integrity in every thought, word, and action. That I will respect my teachers, peers, and my fellow human beings. That I will use my education and skills to serve humanity, protect our environment, and advance the well-being of society. That I will strive for innovation, creativity, and excellence, and never misuse the knowledge entrusted to me. That I will uphold the dignity of my profession and bring pride to my institution, Dayananda Sagar University, and my country. As a student of this great university, I stand ready to learn, to lead, and to make a difference. With gratitude to my teachers, parents, and peers, I embark on this journey to become a competent engineer, a responsible citizen, and a lifelong learner. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
I now request all our dignitaries to please come forward and felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Sunil Deshpande, with a token of appreciation to express our deep respect and gratitude for his ongoing commitment and support. Please. As we come to the close of this wonderful event, it is my privilege to welcome Dr. Girisha GS, Professor and Chairman, Computer Science and Engineering, School of Engineering, to extend the vote of thanks on behalf of Dayananda Sagar University. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Girisha GS to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So as we conclude this remarkable occasion, the inauguration of the first year BTech program 2025-26, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of entire Dayananda Sagar University fraternity. So firstly, I express my deep gratitude to our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Sunil Deshpande, Center Head of TCS Bengaluru, for his gracious presence and for sharing the key takeaways that will surely inspire our young students as they embark on this new journey. Thank you, sir. Big round of applause. I extend my gratitude to our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. D. Premchandra Sagar, a great visionary, for gracing the occasion and delivering the presidential address, enlightening our young minds on the importance of acquiring future-ready skills with special emphasis on artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies. Also, sir has highlighted on the Center of Excellence and their role in making our students in nurturing from ideation to entrepreneur, and also collaboration opportunities with other schools. Thank you, sir. Big round of applause. I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.S. Satyanarayana, sir, for exciting our young minds by sharing the key aspects that we are following at DSU in providing the holistic education, that is multidisciplinary education with AI integration, that is AI first approach, and the sustainability. Thank you, sir. Big round of applause. I would like to thank Sri Galiswamy, Secretary, Dayananda Sagar Institutions. Thank you, sir. Sri K. Jairaj, Member, Board of Governance. Thank you, sir. Dr. Prakash S., Pro Vice Chancellor, Dayananda Sagar University. Thank you, sir. Dr. C. Puttamadappa, Registrar, Dayananda Sagar University. Thank you, sir. Mr. Guru Venkatesh, Senior Vice President, Placement and Skill Development, Dayananda Sagar Institutions, for their presence, which has added great value to the event. Thank you, sir. I also extend sincere thanks to our Dean, School of Engineering, Dr. Uday Kumar Reddy, for presenting the details about School of Engineering, its growth, the transformational changes taking place at Dayananda Sagar University, and guidance for this new batch in shaping their careers at DSU. Thank you, sir. A note of appreciation goes to our organizing committees, Center for Performance Arts team, the International Affairs team, the Student Affairs team, the IT team, and the facility team, whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensured that today's event ran smoothly and seamlessly. I wish to thank the media persons from Doordarshan, New Delhi, Mr. Brijesh and their team. They're here. Deans of various schools, chairpersons, and the dedicated teaching and non-teaching faculties for their valuable support in making this event a grand success. Finally, to the proud parents and our dear students, thank you for choosing Dayananda Sagar University in your choice of institutions, for joining this vibrant community and your enthusiastic participation. Students, today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. May you learn, grow, and shine, carrying the rich legacy of Dayananda Sagar University. So once again, thank you and all. Wishing you a pleasant evening.
Thank you, sir. As we bring this event to a close, I would request all of you to please stand for the national anthem. May I also kindly request our esteemed guests and dignitaries to join us in honoring our nation.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I would like to express gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries and chief guests for gracing this occasion with your presence. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Students, please be seated. We have announcements. Please be seated, students. All of you.